The humanitarian situation in Somalia remains dire despite massive efforts by the international community to rebuild the strife Horn of African state. According to outgoing United Nations resident and humanitarian coordinator of Somalia, Felipe Lazzarini, insecurity, natural disasters and influx of refugees from Yemen could hamper efforts to stabilize Somalia. Lazzarini added China has contributed immensely to the advancement of peace, stability and development in Somalia following 2 decades of turmoil in the Horn of African state.
China is definitely engaged in Somalia. As you know, China has an embassy, by the way, an ambassador who speaks also Somali, and they have a certain number of bilateral programs with the government.
China's forays into Somalia to help rebuild the country has won acclaim from the international community. Lazzarini noted that China has signed several bilateral programs with Somalia to restore lasting peace and sustainable development in the country.
I kept telling colleagues and partners that Somalia is a positive narrative in the making. It's certainly one of the, I would say, optimistic stories in a world falling apart with all this crisis and conflict, and I think that the international community has to be behind, these emerging authorities, behind the Somalis, to help them to reconstruct the country. And China, like the rest of the international community, has definitely a role to play.
China is among countries that have defied precarious political and security architecture in Somalia to restore bilateral ties.